The government released the September unemployment report. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins us now to discuss. Jill, good morning. So the numbers were pretty good. Let's talk about this, though. How many jobs added for the month of September?
Yeah, this report really crushed expectations. The economy produced 254,000 jobs. That's about 100,000 more than economists predicted. The unemployment rate dropped down by just a touch to 4.1%. The previous 2 months, remember, we always get revisions. These two previous months, they were revised higher. So when you look at the 3-month average job creation number, we're looking at 185,000 a month. That's pretty strong for an economy that's supposed to slow down. This was the 45th consecutive month of job growth. What a stretch. Wages up by 4% annually, and that is ahead of the 2.5% inflation rate. So I think overall good news for many workers.
So let's talk about this. Got a nice little Fed dip, obviously, in interest rates last month. There's going to be another meeting in the next couple of weeks. Where does this stand as far as what the Fed will now do in light of these numbers?
I think the Fed is going to look at these numbers and say, OK, we got a little breathing room. We still want to bring down interest rates. But instead of a 0.5 percentage point, I think it's more likely they now downshift and do 0.25 percentage point. And they see where the data take them. You know, listen, if we get terrible reports over the next few months, then they're going to go faster. If things kind of hang in there, they can take their time.
All right, let's talk about a couple of things that no doubtedly will affect the economy. First and foremost, the port strike. The longshoremen are back at work. That was a big move that a lot of people didn't see coming or happening this quickly, but they're back at work. What does that now do?
I think that's great news for the economy, because what now happens is that the real worry that we had was that we were going to have these closures that persist and really snag up the supply chain. So if this really holds and we're done with this, these 3-4 days, it's not going to have a meaningful impact on the economy. And any problems that occurred in this week alone will be undone in the couple of weeks ahead. So I think that's really good news for the economy.
And let's talk about inflation. Obviously, it's first and foremost on everyone's mind. As you mentioned before, wages are up 4%, which was higher than predicted. Inflation at 2.5% continues to be on the decrease. I guess the trajectory is all moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not uniform for everyone, and it doesn't mean that prices are coming down. And we always have this conversation because, look, we're human beings, and what happens is a price of something gets kind of put in our head and it sticks with us. I think that right now, when you look at inflation, the real risk is what's going on in the Middle East. Will Iran and Israel get into a protracted, very serious conflict that then impacts the oil market? We don't know. Right now, we do know that with oil prices up, say, 5% in the last day or so, this could impact your price at the pump in the next couple of weeks, but hopefully this is short-lived.
All right, Jill, thank you very much. You can see Jill regularly on CBS Mornings and the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell. For more analysis, go to JillOnMoney.com.